right, so what are we going to get into today? Well, let's say pass the peach. But what we're going to make today is a peach sweet tea moonshine. Hey, you gotta love tea and you gotta love peach, right? But first things first, welcome to Stillworks and Brewing. My name is Randy and this is a channel that's all about home distillation and brewing. All right, and other things. Okay, so let's get started. All right, here is just 2 cups of hot, well, it was boiling water. I got 2 tea bags. We're going to put that in there and let it do its thing. All right, let's set this over here out of the way. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to make a peach syrup, okay? So what do we need? All right, what do we need? Well, first thing you need is a cup of sugar. And then we're going to use a cup of water. If I don't spill it, a cup of water. All right. Where did it go? There it is. And what we want to do is, you got about 1 large peach. Now I have one here that's really ripe. So I already skinned it. We're going to add in about one large peach into this syrup. All right, that's 1 large peach. Okay, and like I said, that one was ripe, so that's great for this. So, all right, so we want to start heating that up. And what we want to do is just bring this to a simmer. So let's bring that to a simmer, and we're going to cook them peaches and make that syrup, and that's going to be one of the bases for our sweet tea. Okay, everything is pretty cooled down, so it's time to let's make this. All right, so the first thing we want is 2 cups of a strong tea. That should be pretty much all that. All right, 2 cups of a strong tea. And then the next thing is we want, got a little bit of heat left, it'll cool off. I want, let's see, 1 cup of 100 proof shine. All right, and then we want, what's the best way of doing this? I need my little strainer. Then we want 1 cup of our I didn't make too much of a mess. 1 cup of our, I'll take this, here it is. Let me wipe that off. You get sugar in on them threads. One cup of our peach syrup. Okay. All my mess cleaned up. Now it's time to give it a try. Now, granted, it's going to be a lot better cold. I mean, you got the tea flavor, of course. Very little sweetness, which that's the way I like my tea. And you got just a hint of peach. That is delicious. The only thing I got left to do is gotta put a label on it, because I'll tell you what, you ain't gonna remember. Because I know I won't remember. Put a label on that so we know what it is. That is our sweet peach tea, Moonshine. All right, I'm looking forward to that. So I guess the last thing I got to say is, hey, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time here on Stillworks and Brewing. Stillworks and Brewing. Pass the peach.